Welcome back, guys. Game number 2 is here. Huat's victory was so clean in the last one. Can they repeat that same success, or will it be a flash in the pan? Something tells me the answer to that is going to be no. Moxie holding the line here towards A to back up his team, and Splashki and Spiels making mincemeat out of Red Viperz in this pistol round will bring us to 1-0. A strong start yet again for the Singaporean squad.
Watsai one taps. They just peek a little bit, get that pre-aim angle onto their end. And that's the end for Red Viperz there. They started off strong, like you said. A couple of pop flashes. It caught members of Watsai who were already on A-Long by surprise, but the long position, very stretched. That gave a bit of time for Watsai to just kind of recuperate once again. And Lelix, okay. Deagles, they're looking fantastic here. He needs to get the shots, and Bulbasaur, top fragger for a reason. He brings it back. Could be 3 though, but it seems like since there is still the SMGs in the arsenal of Watsai, they're not giving up. Oh, Spiels, what are you gonna do? He almost gets caught there. Even has an AUG, this fatal Lexi for Lelix. Yeah, he's been hitting those 1Ds, and he picks up an AUG. That's so good for him. And Moxie, if he plays this at range, it's going to be bad. He needs to pick something right back up or just run in and hope that he can flank them, but yeah, double AUG. Or no, actually not double AUG, just Godzino with an AUG himself.
He drops it to his teammate because Lelix is pretty low on HP, but that's the push coming from short. Will force Lelix out of position, gets Moxie midair. And what a round, what a win here. Huatsai a little bit overconfident, and they paid the price for that one.
Too aggressive can be your downfall. Look at Achilles, man, in his heel, you know? But still, Huatsai not giving up. They will be buying a bit of Deagles here, and Moxie on a scout. Where is Moxie going to be placing himself? Oh, he misses the jump. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
That could actually be fatal for them, because if anybody was pushing from Red Viperz on short, that would have been a big punish already.
Nade will not do a lot, but still, welcome back a second here. And, yeah, Red Viperz. Already pretty good double peek towards B. Nope, not gonna avail him any kills. Vincent will be getting both of those, and this should be a round here for Red Viperz done and dusted.
Really straightforward round for them.
Yeah.
Moxie still does have the scout. Gonna be playing that and tried to go through the smoke to get a catch off, but it's not gonna work out in the end. And Huatsai economy is in the toilet. They're gonna have to wait a little bit before they can plunger their way back. But Red Viperz definitely has done so much. Nay, Lelix has done so much with the Deagle. I think he also did this multiple times in the round during Inferno. It wasn't as impactful, but definitely now he's created a statement piece with that 1D of his. Dang it.
Fun fact. Do you know what Knuckles, the character in Sonic, do you know what... Oh, do you know what he is?
Echidna.
Yeah. You know, very few people know that.
I like Sonic. I mean, I don't know the full history, but... Well, you know what? That's gonna be... You know, Sonic, he can move in a flash, like lightning in a beat. But speaking of lightning, Zeus. There you go. Transition for you.
There's nothing worse in this game than getting Zeus. It's the worst salt to the wound.
Shocker.
Oh.
Save the AK, maybe? Run away with it, but Ultramantis, since he has an SMG, he's gonna hunt him down.
And he wins that duel easy. Not that one, though, because...
It wasn't even a duel.
Turn around.
Oh!
I like the idea, going for the peak yet again, but made it very expensive. They got more kills than they should at that round, and that's gonna force some rebuys for the side of Red Viper. So I'd say pretty worth it in the end. Now they're finally gonna be able to buy, but there's still two MP9s on Huat's side, and that's because they're insisting on going for the Deagles.
I mean, it could work if they can play these angles for them. Oh, look at that aggressive spray play onto A. That is going to be nades being thrown out. Lots of damage. Lelix, where did you come from? That's going to be a kill for him. Shots. There could be one more into the corner, which is going to be Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur! And Godzina. Shot in a dream to connect. Bulbasaur picks up the M4, one onto the A side, but everybody else and the C4 is already being situated to B. Lelix is here to go for providing that lurk, and he has been an crucial, the adamant integral part of allowing Red Vipers to create this round lead. Splashkey is into the corner with the P250. He's gone shopping. He's taking quite a bit of a beating for that shopping, but you know what? We've seen how Beverly Hills 90210 has gone. You know, when you see those nice pair of shoes, you have to beat someone for it, and it seems like as he was getting shopping into that AK, he was also beat for it. Got Xenon, perfect timing! Question is though, can he connect the shots? Of course, he will. That's going to spread the defense here. One coming into the corner, and Godzina was just prepared for it. Where did that come from? Moxie through the smoke. Down he goes. Jumps up. Doesn't take... Actually, no, takes a significant amount of damage, but this is AK for AK. And they can even make this more expensive for Red Vipers. As long as they don't have the flashes, even though that would look like it was doable, they're still dry peeking into the site where the smoke made it difficult for them to even look at the angles. Because if you're going to be pushing through that B doors, you want to be able to at least scope the area. A couple of flashes being thrown out by Vincent here, and we're wondering, can they get their group back onto this corner? And that was just like dancing. Sway to the left, sway to the right, a quick 180 and go down. Moxie gonna be the last one remaining on the main site, but he does have his teammate, which is Spiels, all the way on A house. He can push right back out, but as you can see, there's one who is zoned in on that. It is going to be Agray with the AWP. Ooh, Splashkey. He almost finds one, but not gonna happen. It seems like after that one kill, Red Viper's slowing down the pace of the game, making sure that wherever they get that map control, wherever they try to push, they will be able to pierce into sight. But even if it is a 4 versus 5, it's still not done just yet. You can see how much respect they give to Huat's side, knowing that Moxie and maybe even Splashkey has an AWP here.
They do execute now, or at least attempt at an execute towards A. They're just gonna make some noise there, and then I imagine they'll rotate off of it. I think there's gonna be a B rotation here, and looks like it's gonna be the case. Splashkey could catch off someone.
Oh, saw the head. Yeah. Flashes right in. There's Splashkey trying to get away. It's not gonna happen though. Guanipishi, he's in the sight. He does have an M4. He can hold out the defenders if he can just find the one angle, and he does. And they're coming into the window like waterfall. But in the end, it's Guanipishi to be the sentinel, to be the turret and the sight. And even if his teammate can get the kill, it still is yet to get planted down. But at the one, notice he is in the corner, and that spray transfer from Spiels. What was that? Great for him and a clutch for Huat. Red Viper, though, they took a bit of time to get control in the B, and it definitely costed him a lot because it did allow Spiels to come in with the big flanks coming in from that B tunnels, if I'm not mistaken.
That just honestly, what a good flick. Gets the kill onto doors, flicks onto sight, and truly just demonstrating his dominance here. He even recovers the AWP here for Moxie. They're gonna go for that early aggressive peek, I think, but no one really at the other end of it. But look at this, through the smoke, Spiels just finds Xenon. He gets flashed off the angle, but too little, too late. The nade does good damage as well onto Vincent, who was lower tunnels, and he's not gonna be happy about that damage.
Lots more rotations from the T here. Controlling mid and A for the moment. Peek in the corner here, and the wall bang is going to be a success. 4-4. We're not down just yet. Bulbasaur, interestingly enough, he's on an MP9. I'm pretty sure they have money to buy him. Oh, no, he did not. But, well, he's got to play the close quarter if he wants to be able to make this into a viable weapon. But that does leave him with a bit of options. Agre now has the AK, giving the AWP to Vincent, who is already low. And the first one to be the defender on the B is once again Guanipishi. Smoke's being set up. Let's see if it's going to gravitate that rotate from Huat. And they come charging right in, but it was only the quick challenge. Spiels saves Guanipishi as he tries to pick up the AK. But in the end, that's going to be the pickup. And does he even get the second op? It's good. Yes, here, Illustrato. And here we go. Double Zoomer bangers. Thundersticks.
What did you say?
Thundersticks, you know?
Thundersticks. Right,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I heard that completely different in my head, but okay. So yeah, wonderful hold towards the B, allowing them to get more control here. And now they're putting all three players towards A long just to hopefully get controls over double doors now. And even using utility to make sure it's flushed out. Moxie not gonna miss that shot, too easy for him. Now the rest of Red Viper's hesitating a little bit. Where do they go? They get mollied out of place. They get forced to reposition. Where to? They have to go towards B here. Flash them towards mid. They're going to be smoking, obviously, that cross as they try to make their way towards B. But will they expect man strong? And the flash comes through to peek that angle. Guanipisha, he's going to get one before he goes down. He gets two, actually. Splashy's ready for the trade. And there's only one person left standing, and that's Lilix with the op. Don't know how he can survive. And he's got to save this. He just has to.
Can he have a safe location where he can save this AWP? Because the first thing about that is it seems like everybody from Huat was hunting him, but they've now just halted, waited for a little bit. Splashkey, oh, who's going to be the better opper here? He has the first angle there, though, and the quick peek. Splashkey, 4-5.
Well played. And they've brought things back now. Huat, they're warming up, and this is where they start to get scary. They let Red Vipers, I suppose, have a few rounds at the very start because they were, I think, having a little bit too much fun. But now they mean business. So 4-5, things getting a little bit more serious. And obviously, with the double op setup, they can't really afford to be throwing away so much money. They're going to be a little bit more careful nowadays.
Well, let's see. Self-boost onto Guanipishi. Oh, they know. They're hearing this everything. He's just going to back away. Smokes it there, but look at that nice little angle he has. He has a teammate for the crossfire as well, and even if they can do some damage, everybody else was just taken away, and Splashkey, he sees his comrade fall down, but revenge, retribution is swift, and we've stabilized the rounds, Elu, 5-5.
We have, and the defensive setup's just way too good. I love that they gave up mid and they just set up crossfire towards B. They had one person playing heaven and one person near car on top of the box. just to be able to help his buddy out. It clearly works out. They were unable to break through the crossfire. The player towards B main, B tunnels itself, is taking too long to come out. And this really gives Huatsai a free license to be able to group up together, get a crossfire in, and even get a shot like that through the flash here. Everything's going right for Huatsai.
Not more mid control than we saw from at least a couple of rounds here, but they know as they get a lot of control as well on A house, because Spiels has just put all of his utility there. Their rotation and control onto this mid area in A is merited a lot more.
Yeah.
Could be 3 members there. It's going to be the pop off here. Oh, a couple of pop flashes and just jumps as well for that info gathering. And this could be hairy, especially when they lose one. And not only that, they lose their top fragger, which is Lelix.
Not good to lose your top fragger, and now they have to expend a lot of utility just to get back what they lost. Now towards short, they go. God Xenon able to get a trade onto Moxie, but Moxie gets one before he goes down. So it's still 4v3, 1-man advantage here for Huatsai, but the nades really proving difficult to work with. Bonificia spots the head, good for a headshot, and they just cleaned that round up yet again here. So coordinated, so effective, Huatsai.
Nice try though from Red Vipers. They were still able to plant the C4 down, and it's gonna give them some money to work with. I think they can still purchase into the AKs and a bit of utility as well. So nothing's set in stone just yet. But they haven't had a round in about in the past 4 rounds that they've tried, and they still have to do with something. Have to try to make something happen here, but it's been very difficult. Putting 3 bodies on A. Quick pop flash there, but without any info anymore, they just quickly rotate it back. And this is a really nice setup here from Huatsai. It kind of covers all angles, all opportunities for Red Vipers to get any form of map control. It just needs a bit of utility, but in the end, it works.
It does, and so does that flash here. They're deciding to play a little bit more patiently, a little bit more tentatively, just in case Huatsai decides to go ahead and push, and they've been known to do that. But this time, Huatsai showing some respect, showing some modicum of self-restraint on their defensive side. But how long can it last? They only have a minute left to go, and they've burned quite a bit of time. So they need to decide where they're wanting to go, and they need to decide it really rather within the next 20 seconds. Otherwise, it gets a little bit too close for comfort at the end.
That flash doesn't even blind Spiels at all. It doesn't even like hit his sunglasses, if you think about it. Gonna be a quick peek out, and that is not a shot you should be able to hit. The pre-fire is just too real, and great. He does get the 1 kill though, but in the end, it's gonna be him already being hunted down by the rest of Huatsai. And this definitely has gone out of the hands of the Vipers. They've gone blue cold, and this Red Vipers has lost their steam.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
It's almost halftime already. Huatsai, they've made this comeback. So, Red Vipers, they won everything at the start. They won, I think it was 5 in a row before they lost 1, or 4 in a row.
Yeah.
And then now they've only won like 1. So, Huatsai has won every single thing since then, and they're just making the right calls, the right reads. They're heading towards. Oh, I thought that was awkward for a second, but they will be going towards B now here to Red Vipers, but they don't really have anything. It's only 5 Deagles, and while Deagles have been lethal.
Lethal.
Sorry,
I think you were saying lethal for Lelix or something.
Yes, it's getting late, but they have been lethal. I just don't know if it's going to be lethal against a team like Huatsai, who is just so good at playing trades and getting the opening picks.
Maybe it could, but these crossfires reduce the percentage drastically for Red Vipers. I think a while ago, why it was proving so much dividends for them is because they're able to isolate these 1v1s, but when you have crossfires, you just make everything more minuscule in chances. Like their ability to at least go for the 1v1 aim duels is not there. And if you can call that something unfair, well, this is a team game. It's a tactical team game at that. And if you don't utilize that, I don't think you're pushing your team in the game to the limits. And Huat side, they just know the standard angle for it. It's not even that difficult. And they just basically switch in, switch out, and it works out in the end.
Yeah, but here we go towards 8 now. It's a mad push, a little bit of desperation attempt here.
Oh.
Look at that beautiful flash. Bulbasaur doing work with Spiels right now. Nades coming to support, and artillery fire will bring down Ultramantis a little bit low to 61. And it's suddenly a 2v5 in the blink of an eye. Red Vipers do not know what even hit them.
Man, they really wanted to challenge, but everything they're throwing out is just ridiculous. Spiels hits a shot there, but was spotted out. That is going to leave Ultramantis to his own, and he picks up the AWP. Maybe he wants to save it for a next one, but okay. Fancy footwork in the end. And we haven't seen much of, well, anything like that, but I do like the movement from Bulbasaur. That is going to skyrocket Huat's side to 9. They need one more for that double-digit play, and this has gone from, again, we've talked about it the past few rounds already, but it still is pretty adamant here. It's gone from Red Vipers looking exceedingly well to Red Vipers just being caught unawares and not doing exceedingly well.
9-5. We're gonna switch half very soon. Look at that. Bloody Pichu lining one up. He gets 2 before he goes down, backed up by Bulbasaur. The nade is good, not that great though, still good enough here. Spiels, Splashy, both of them will get 1 apiece to close out the round. 10-5, massive turnaround for Huatsai, and they just never let their foot off the pedal. The minute they get a couple of rounds in, they just won't let you have anymore.
It's a snake hold against the Vipers. You know, it's a boa constrictor constricting its prey.
Yep.
And when you let your prey get out, they can escape. Maybe even come back at you. And I think Huatsai, knowing this, they just cannot allow any of that to happen. But we have flipped the tables. We have reset the economies. And this is where Red Vipers can really prove their worth. The crossfire is there, but Splashki and Spiels, the Splash Brothers, well, they got simultaneous, and that is going to be the cross. Oh, was that smoke actually hit on his teammate? But yeah, still, he's going to be able to plant down that C4, but planting on top of the boxes, that could have been too much, too greedy, and that was close for comfort. But Bulbasaur and Moxie still being alive, of course. You know these guys can hit their shot. That is what saved Huatsai, but that could have been an immediate big punish.
Definitely, and now it's looking like the Reaper Scythe is just next door, looking to come to the door of Red Vipers any second now and claim their tournament life. This is single elimination, ladies and gentlemen. 10 and a little bit closer now to Huatsai claiming that $10,000 grand prize. So it's a little bit of a play towards B. And they're gonna take that cleanly. No one even really there to contest here. They're leaving one towards mid. Moxie almost got one as he fell through, but it's Wani Pisha. He's actually doing all of it. He's getting 2, but Xenon's left standing, and he can't stand up to the SMGs of Huatsai. Closer and closer to match point, we find ourselves in Red Vipers. They haven't found an answer. They haven't found a round in the longest of times.
I think Red Vipers here, they've been pushed to save more rounds than not, and that's why we're seeing Huatsai. I think they're keeping track of their opponent's economy, and I think with the movement that they have, it's all about just knowing that. And those are just some regular pop flashes, but you know that the Vipers, they just wanted to try to use the bodies here, the numbers that they had, to catch it off, but because they weren't prepared for the flash themselves, everybody was just looking at it, or looking at the one angle, and they weren't expecting the pop flash to come out. So that definitely hurt their case. And Red Viperz back to the drawing board. But this drawing board, you got a lot more tools here. They got their weapons back up again.
They do. So I'd say this is probably the last real chance here of Red Viperz to get into this. But remember, they have aggro. Oh, wow. Look at that entry yet again. Godzino goes down. Just gets melted away. Flash key. The spray transfer. The double spray down right there, bringing us to 2v3, and Splash Keys just grows. A crazy, crazy player. And all the way in base, Guani Pichu cutting off rotation with that scout. He'll be rotating to join his teammates in a second. Maybe put up an AK, maybe pick one up onto site, but the site is clear.
Site is cleared up, and C4. Okay, Red Viperz, I think they've just all but conceded this round already. You can see on a minimap, no movements whatsoever for Aggro as well as Ultra Mantis. And that gives you the knowledge, that gives you the understanding that, yeah, we've just given this up. We need to have those weapons. Illustrator did point this out at the start of the round, that if they do lose this, it's going to be probably their last true buy round with the monies that they have. Maybe we'll see another buy round on the 15th if Huat can hit 15. But saving this op and extra M4 as well is, I think, very crucial. That's just about it.
I agree. And 14-5 here, 2 rounds away. They have an op on the Red Viper side, so, and they saved an M4. So it's there's a chance they take this round, but if we're looking at the bigger picture here, I think Huatsai, they pretty much have a good read. They've pretty much secured this game, I think. And truly, though, if they put up a decent fight, Red Viperz, but against Huatsai, it's just so hard to counteract how they play. Wow. Wow.
Yowza! Guani Pishi.
No.
He's done making fun of everything. He's just done. Lilix, though, that is... At least he drops a C4. He saw it already as well. This could be an opening for him, and he lines it up, but cannot connect the spray transfer. Still, it's very possible, but the last one to try to go for the clutch is Agre NTC. He can't try to just slither his way into door or window. But the problem about that, though, is he doesn't have infrared like a true snake would. And through these smokes, he's going in blind. And with an AWP, chances to clutch are very slim unless he's that sick of a shot. But I think economically speaking, he just says, screw it, I'm just going to save this op and live to fight for another day. Maybe hope that we get 10 straight rounds next round, because if not, that's it.
And really, the op retaking B with an op, it's only really simple can do things like that in situations like this. Not very easy at all, especially in pro. So last chance, last ditch effort for Red Viperz to stay alive here. But Huatsai, they're pretty sure, they're fairly certain they have this in the bag already. All they have to do is not make that many mistakes here. But they're going for a double up. Looks like they're letting loose a little bit again.
Peeking out. There is the smoke there, but Aggro... Oh, my goodness. Could have actually been spotted already. Although these flashes blinding, it's going to catch a lot of them. Bulbasaur just repositioned, but he's going to get caught once again. The B-Hop's not going to save him this time. And I'm liking it. The catch-off from Red Viperz working in their favor. It's down to the 2 versus 5, and they're going to run all the way onto the B, which is only defended by Ultra Mantis and the FAMAS. So this could actually work. Pop flashes to come in. It's not going to flash everybody. It's not going to flash anyone as well. I'm going to Pishi. He has to pick up maybe the AK here before he plants down that C4. But he's waiting. Oh, he could actually go reposition, but this is going to be risky. If he makes that doot 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 noise, Vincent's going to peek him.
The dude. Well, waiting for that bomb to go down any second now. But
yes,
making sure that, yeah, he does have time. He can just play around it for a minute just to make sure that nobody pushes him out of place. just to make them second guess themselves, because he does have quite a bit. He'll make some steps right here, and Molotov coming. That's gonna be the spike, the bomb down here. And, oh, one
No way! He jiggles. I wish we saw his POV because I'm pretty sure one of the shots there was a no scope, but
my God.
that was a 2v1.
Oh,
They heard where he
wow.
is. They